Wait, have they updated her? Oh wait, have you refreshed and they've finally given out the patch notes? Oh, I gotta read these on stream. And I will read these on stream. Alright. Oh, the finishing Mori! Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty big. Okay. The killer can now perform a Mori on the final survivor without using an offering. Objects obstructing the camera during the Mori animation will fade away. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I like that. Nice. So it happens wherever it is. It won't just be in the... Okay. Memento Mori offerings have a new effect. Gain a large blood point bonus when performing a Mori on the final survivor. Okay, that's kind of cool. When the finishing Mori system was tested previously, many found it and the surrounding gameplay changes to have too large of an effect on the match. We have scaled back this system to better suit what players expected from it. Killers now have the option to kill the final survivor if they so choose. This will provide some visual flair and create a satisfying end to the match. Since this change would make Memento Mori often, we also added a new mechanic which hides nearby objects when a Mori is happening to prevent rocks, crates, and other things from rudely standing in the way, so you can see the skills of all the glory. The option to kill the final survivor if they so choose. I don't like this. If they so choose. Why if they so choose? I am of the opinion that if the last survivor is slugged and there is not an unbreakable in play, that it should just automatically Mori that last survivor. Because the idea, I'd like this idea of the finishing Mori to be a way of preventing slugging from being a viable strategy, because that's just my biggest issue with the whole thing. Oh, I don't like this idea of if they so choose. Why? In what circumstance would you not choose? Why are we allowing the choice in that certain situation? Who knows? Teamwork power of 2. Oh, Jesus Christ. This effect will linger... This effect will linger for a few seconds when out of range. Re-entering this range before the linger timer expires will maintain the effects, okay? Boost the range to 16. Power of 2 no longer has a cooldown. No longer deactivates when either survivor loses a health state. This perk grants a speed boost to both survivors after healing as long as they stick together. This alone is pretty conditional, so we have removed the cooldown entirely and removed the added deactivation clause to simplify the perk and make it better to use. We've also increased the range slightly to make it a little easier to maintain. Why? You're doing the same thing here. Increase range, no longer has cooldown, lingers, no longer deactivates. Wait, no longer deactivates when they lose a health state? Why? Ugh. Okay, corrective action. Now applies to survivors within 8 meters. Okay, prevented failed skill checks now become great skill checks. Woo! It's still fucking dog shit. Yippee! It's okay. It's arguably a little better because in a rare circumstance, this 8 meters thing could save an overcharge skill check or an oppression skill check or something of that like from popping off in a rare situation. So it's got a little bit more nuance now. Still awful. Just didn't... yeah, whatever. Oh, inner focus. Increased aura reading duration? Yes! Removed range requirement. Yes! I like that. That's a really good change. Yes! Thank you. That's good. Yeah. Remove this condition. Yeah. Wiggle. Increased healing speed bonus to 150. Ugh, why? Endurance effect no longer needs to be activated. Wait, what? Oh. Wait. Added a 30-second cooldown to the endurance effect. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why? Hello? Oh, so we just made this perk the buckle up perk. It is literally now just buckle up, but like egregious. Hooray! Yippee! Because the buckle up for the people meta was great fun, guys. Had hella counterplay and was really interactive. I like that. So now it's easier to pick them up, super fast. You no longer have to work to get the really powerful endurance effect. Ugh. Poised. New. When you first start repairing a generator, see the killer's aura for 6 seconds. Why? To make Poised more appealing, we're introducing a new effect in addition to the original one. When you start repairing the generator, you'll see the killer's aura. First start repairing a generator. So you can't just keep tapping the generator to see the killer's aura indefinitely. What it's meaning is every time you touch a generator for the first time, regardless of where it is, you see the killer's aura. So if you haven't touched a gen yet, you can use that to your advantage. You can use that in Chase. That could be pretty decent. I don't know. We'll see. Blood Rush. Major update. Okay. Now activates for 60 seconds after being unhooked. Okay. Blood Rush now deactivates upon performing a conspicuous action. Permanently when you are one hook. Okay. Deactivates. Okay. Blood Rush now deactivates when the exit gates are powered. Blood Rush no longer heals or provides the broken status effect. To allow this effect to happen more often, Blood Rush now activates for a set duration after you are unhooked. Killers will want to be careful not to chase Blood Rush users after they are unhooked, since they will be harder to catch. This effect will be disabled if the survivor performs a conspicuous action or if the exit gates are powered. So within 60 seconds of being unhooked, they can randomly reactivate their exhaustion. I don't like that. The only reason I don't like that is so long as Off the Record remains at its power level, I don't like the idea of there being other perks that you can work alongside of it. That's my point. Imagine going against an Off the Record user and a Blood Rush user. Before the Iron Will change, this wasn't a massive deal, because if you could hear that the survivor was not making noise, you would never have to worry about chasing them. You could just make that informed decision, oh, this person has Off the Record, I don't want to chase them. But now, you can't tell whether a survivor is running Iron Will or Off the Record. Meaning, you can't make that informed decision, meaning you could end up chasing a survivor with Off the Record and Blood Rush and eat shit. Like, what are you supposed to do against that? That's 2 dead hards in a chase. Or it could be. I mean, obviously they still have to mend. But oh no, it's not 2 dead hards because you can only use it once. Because dead hard isn't exclusive to the exhausted status effect. It's exclusive to hook stages. But that is 2 sprint bursts, 2 balance landings, 2 lithes, and you can use it with any of them now. Like, it's actually more valid to do that. I don't know how I feel about that. As I say, just in combination with Off the Record, I don't mind that as a unique thing on its own. But Off the Record Blood Rush, I can see that being extremely problematic. Quick Gambit, when chase, see the auras of other survivors. Quick Gambit now has 60-second cooldown upon losing a health state. Reduced repair speed bonus to 5%. Repair speed bonus no longer has a limited range. Wait, what? So, Quick Gambit is now map-wide 5%. What is this change? Bro, these perks are getting insane! Survivors already have so many bloody tools at their disposal, so many really powerful and if not overpowered perks, and now we're giving them more options. Map-wide gen speed when in chase. Hello? Are you 5% to everyone working on a generator that is not being chased? This is stupid design. Are you... When chase, see the auras of other survivors. This change is fine. I like this change. This makes Quick Gambit good. If you just added that, that would be enough. Why are we doing that? No. Lead the killer towards the generator in order to get any benefit. This was very risky and often resulted in the killer chasing those survivors instead. Not entirely true at all. This perk no longer has a range requirement and now shows the auras of other survivors, so you can do the opposite. I don't like this. I don't like that one bit. Okay, Distortion. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. So far, I've not liked a lot of what I've read. So let's see. Rework Distortion no longer has tokens and instead deactivates once used until the next time you are chased. Oh. No. 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 That's not good enough. No, God. That could be so much. That's not terrible. I get what they're trying to do. Okay, I'm of the opinion. Okay, I think the thing to do with Distortion that would make this a little better is kind of make it like Dead Hard, where per every hook state you get to hide your aura again. I don't know. You can't hide forever now? I don't entirely agree. You kind of can. Deactivates once used until next time you are chased. Okay, it's a better change. Okay, it's a better change. You still have to be chased. But you can drop in and out of chase so easily. Oh, they're chasing that survivor. Oh, I'm gonna run in and then immediately leave chase. Oh, they're about to hook it. They just picked up a survivor and about to hook them. Oh, I'm just gonna run in front of the killer and then run away. Like, it's a bit more risky, I guess, but like now you kind of have unlimited uses of Distortion. It's fairer. Okay, I'll make the point of saying it's fairer. You still can use Distortion just about as much. It's just situational. I don't know. Okay. Lucky Star. Now suppresses grunts of pain and pools of blood as long as you are in the locker. This effect lingers for 30 seconds after exiting. No longer reveals survivors or generators auras. Okay. I meant it would wear off before the kill left the area. It will now stay active as long as you are in the locker. Okay. Jesus Christ. Anytime a survivor loses a health state, they suffer from exhaustion for 8 seconds. Oh. Okay. Okay, genetic limits, yes. Okay, that's a good change. Sorry. That's pretty decent. I kind of like this change. That's a nice change. We'll see. Leverage. When a survivor performs an unhook, their healing speed is reduced by 50% for 30. Oh. Oh. 30 seconds. Yes, I like this direction. I like this direction. This is a nice change. This is a nice direction. I think maybe it could last longer. Maybe be a bit stronger. I don't know. We'd have to see. I'd have to see. But I kind of like that. We'll make it counter. Not entirely. We'll make it. We'll still give you a flat 50. So basically what would happen is instead of healing at 100%, you heal at botany knowledge speed. So it's actually not a we'll make it counter at all. That's kind of why I think it could be stronger and last longer. Because you got to think, we'll make it last for 60 seconds. We'll make it last for 60 seconds at 100% healing speed. This lasts for 30 seconds and gives 50%. I don't know. Don't like that. But yeah. Thwack now starts with 3 tokens. Gain 1 token upon hooking a survivor. When breaking a pallet or breakable wall, consume 1 token and cause survivor within 24 meters of the stream and kill the location for 5 seconds. Once per hook. Oh, okay. So yeah, if you do... No, actually, that makes sense. The token system kind of works better. Oh, I like that. That's a decent change. Machine learning, the most recently damage generator becomes compromised. Oh, damage generator one, damage one generator to activate, then another to compromise it. Okay. Okay. Deathbound no longer has a distance required to activate. Deathbound no longer has a duration, and instead deactivates when the healer is hooked. Oh. Okay, so they get Oblivious, don't they? That's an Oblivious effect. So when you heal someone... Yeah. It said deactivates when the healer is hooked. I think that's a bad change. I don't know, I don't like that. Well, the thing about Deathbound is now it has no distance requirement, and it now lasts indefinitely. Yeah, so now a survivor can literally end up the entire match permanently oblivious. And the killer just has to ignore whoever just healed. Wait, no. I can't remember how Deathbound worked, because it's the person that healed that ends up oblivious, right? So they're oblivious until they get hooked again? And then they could just end up under the effect of plaything. I don't know, maybe we just have to try it and see, and it's probably fine. Zanshin, when a survivor is within 6 meters of a dropped pallet, within 16 meters of your location, their aura is revealed. Whoa. Oh. Allow for some interesting mind games. It kind of won't. It'll kind of just make you win every mind game. But okay, these are things we'd have to test and see. Okay, Dead Man Switch. Now applies only to the first survivors who stops repairing a generator. Increased the duration. Hello? But can sometimes get out of hand when combined with other perks. We have changed it to activate only on the first survivor who stops repairing to limit how powerful it can be and increase its duration to compensate. I don't understand what that means. Now applies only to the first survivor who stops repairing a generator. Oh, right. That makes sense. So the first person to leave a gen gets blocked. I see what you're saying. Sorry. So if two survivors are working on a generator, that gen will get blocked if a survivor lets go of it, but no other gens on the map will get blocked. I see what you're saying. Okay. No, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. That's a good change. I thought for it was going to be once per generator kind of thing, but no. Okay, I see what we're talking about now. That makes more sense. That's fair. That's a decent change. Blood Echo. Blood Echo no longer has a cooldown. Reduced duration to 30 seconds. Okay, yeah, no, I'll give you that. Next, crowd control. The last 5 vaults, which survivors rush vault, are blocked by the entity. In vault-heavy areas, it is possible for survivors to outlast the effect by linking together multiple windows. Going forward, the most recently vaulted windows will be blocked until the hex is cleansed. Oh, wow. Oh, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong, but okay. Predator. Oh. When a survivor escapes a chase, reveal their aura for 6 seconds. This perk then goes on cooldown for 40 seconds. Oh. Hang on. When a survivor escapes a chase. That's very interesting. Some feel like tighter scratch marks make tracking easier, others find it makes finding survivors harder. We have given this new effect, which will be more useful for all. Those struggling to keep track of survivors will find Predator handy to give them a second chance. Meanwhile, more experienced players may find some use by intentionally breaking chase. That's interesting. That will probably trigger aura reading on slinger shots, because chase ends the second you shoot someone. So this perk would activate immediately. I wonder if that would actually be useful. Probably not. But with lethal, that would become 8 seconds, so maybe. Are there other killers? Are there other killers that break chase? Oh, dude, Predator on artists. Wait, Predator on artist. You swarm a survivor, they run away. They escape chase. Oh, nurse. Oh, fuck yeah, you would say nurse. Yeah, they escape chase. You have fucking clear vision on them. Ooh, I want to try that. That seems interesting. I quite like that. The cooldown's a bit long, but I kind of get why. 40 seconds is a long time to wait, but yeah, I kind of get that. Okay, here we go. Oh, fuck me. Oh dear, here we go. Right, let's see. Alright. Decreased hindered penalty when scanned. Oh no. Oh, why? Those two statements alone. Those two statements alone. Oh, that's horrible. Brother. Okay, so I don't even want to scroll down and see more, because like that's terrible. Oh, we reduced the hindered, but we buffed the haste. Oh no, we've removed the haste, but buffed the hindered. That's what should have happened. That's what should have happened. I'm telling you. But... oh my lord, okay. Oh no. Okay. What?! This cannot go live. This can't go live. This is terrible. My Geist was fun. So her power does nothing. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. Oh. Oh, that's so bad. That's such a lazy change. Oh. This killer is dead. Right, okay, as I say. Because now I'm thinking I might end up making this a video. Devil's Advocate. I will place Devil's Advocate. She's now nerfed into the ground to such an extent that people are going to stop complaining about her. And now finally they can slowly start buffing her to a reasonable place. But the thing is, everyone's just a bitchy, whiny crybaby when it comes to this killer. And they don't understand how to counterplay her, and it's actually dead simple. Plague, Legion, well not Legion, not so much, but Legion does similar things to what Skull Merchant can kind of do in the way that her power works, in that she still has to require an M1 down in order to actually down you. God forbid she has things in her kit that can help her make that a little bit easier, unlike Legion. Plague is much more problematic than Skull Merchant in a lot of aspects, but nobody talks about that. Skull Merchant is a worse killer than Plague, but nobody talks about that because everyone's just like, Skull Merchant. Look, I don't care if you want to remove the haste. I totally understand why you would want to do that. Arguments can be made for and against haste being a thing on Skull Merchant and being removed. I'm of the opinion that that is a fine change, but you needed to buff the hindered penalty, in my opinion, because at least this is an element that the Skull Merchant can control and that survivors have visual feedback on. This part of her power and her kit needs to stay, especially if you're going to do this bullshit. Especially if you're going to do this. So, now, all her power does is injure survivors if you're lucky, which means, why not play Legion? Leechy, I'm playing devil's advocate for the sake of the video. Or for the sake of, like, providing an argument. So, like, yeah, right? Oh, go play other killers. Chico, I'm timing you out. 600 seconds, I don't know how long that is, but deserved. Anyway. Hillbilly. What have they done to Billy? Okay, decreased time before overdrive starts to dissipate to 8 seconds was 15. Decreased overdrive movement speed to 11 was 13, so he's slower. Decreased overdrive charges gained while revving and sprinting to 1.5 was 2. Charges gained. Okay, so you get it slower, and you're slower when using it. The missed attack cooldown has been increased. Good, okay. It's been great seeing the Hillbilly rise in popularity. Now that he's had some time to settle, we've identified a few aspects of his new overdrive mechanic that could use some fine-tuning. I don't think it's just overdrive that's the issue with Hillbilly, but I'm happy to see a little bit more punishment for fucking up. That's not a huge number, though. It might make the difference. I'd have to see and feel, but, like, Hillbilly has been, like, has shot from D tier to S tier very quickly, and yeah, that's not just due to his overdrive, but okay. Okay, the twins minor update. What have we done? Increase Victor's cooldown when crushed to 20 seconds. Increase Victor's cooldown after downs a survivor to 3.2 was 2.7. Following their update earlier this year, the twins saw sharp increases in lethality to keep them in check. Have slightly increased. Okay, I get that. Ooh, unknown. New HUD update to display teleport cooldown and hallucination spawn time. Good, yes, thank you. God, it was horrendous working without that. I didn't mean to click on that, but here we are. Thank God. I hated that you just had to kind of guess. Anyway. Movement speed now decreases sooner when charging your power. Okay. Increased teleport recovery speed by 15%. Okay. Adjustments to blurry photo and vanishing box add-ons. Improved visual and audio feedback when using UVX. Kind of nerfed him? That's a lot to read. Okay. We tend to revisit killers after a few months. I didn't expect this dev update to be this massive, by the way. Just want to say. A few months after they release and see if they need any balance changes. It turns out the unknown is already in a pretty good spot and is well liked by players, so that makes our job easy this time around. Yeah, tapping the power button can postpone the hallucination from spawning, but to a survivor it appears as if you're about to launch UVX. It forces survivors to constantly dodge and lose distance without slowing down the killer. Oh no! It's almost as if its projectile speed can also be dodged because it travels through the air quite slowly. God forbid that the unknown has a kit at their disposal. Meanwhile, do you play Slinger or Pyramid Head? Feel free to just zone endlessly. Never mind. Anyway. We have reduced the window before the killer slows down while charging their power. This will make it harder to tap the power button without slowing down while focusing on a chase. So, why are we bothering with this then? Clearly you understand that people tap the power button to postpone a hallucination from spawning because it's a part of the power outside of the killer's control. So by tapping the power button, they are then taking control of their power and where they would like to place a hallucination. Why are we now getting punished for that? I don't understand. Why do we feel the need to... I don't quite see the logic here. That does not make sense to me. But, I mean, I guess now you can see when it's going to happen, but that doesn't mean... But now you have to choose between, ooh, do I commit to this chase? My hallucination's about to spawn. Do I commit to this chase, or do I position myself, shit out a hallucination, and then commit back to the chase? That just seems really counterintuitive. I hope I'm not, like, confusing things here. I don't think that's a very fair change, but... Okay. Notice that the blurry add-on, blurry photo add-on was a fan favorite, so we've incorporated part of its effect into the base kit. Is that what you've done? Recovery speed by 15%. Okay, so okay. I was misreading that. I didn't know if you... Because when I see increased, I was like, oh, so it takes longer to recover from a teleport? No, it's blurry photo as base kit. Okay. This would allow more freedom to experiment with other add-ons without missing out. We have also toned down the Vanishing Box add-on, which was on the stronger side, by adding a trade-off increase to hallucination spawn time. I don't know. Lastly, we've improved the VFX and sound effects when using UVX. Yeah. This doesn't affect balance, but we will make it clearer to newer unknown players that hitting survivors with the blast is how you apply weakened and deal damage, not with airborne hits. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah, because it used to make a noise whenever it would pass through a survivor that would kind of feel like you inflicted them with weakened and you didn't, because it was very kind of similar. No, I get that, that's a fair change. Until next time, that's the end of it. Oh my lord. What an update. Firstly, I don't like a lot of these things. There's a lot about this update I really, really do not like. For starters, I don't like this statement, if they so choose. I don't see why you should have a choice in the finisher, Mori. Why are we punishing... Okay, there's two things that are happening. We're punishing a killer for getting the slug, or getting the down on the final survivor, because now the other survivor could maybe get up with Unbreakable or something like that. Additionally, we are now allowing killers to still slug people out to death for no justifiable reason. That doesn't make sense to me. Why is this an if they so choose feature? This just kind of feels pointless in general at that point. Because I thought the whole point of the finisher, Mori, was basically to mitigate slugging. I was kind of looking forward to the finisher Mori for that purpose, to mitigate endgame slugging, because I think that's just a really shit way that killers have the choice to end the game. Because it literally happened to me before I had to go to work the other day. You were there for it, I think, Luca. Teamwork perks, I don't like... I just don't like these perks in general, so now seeing them do this just makes me a bit nervous. Because these two effects are quite strong, and I'm kind of a bit nervous to see them... Well, they're not quite strong. I don't know. It's difficult. I'd have to see them in practice, but I just feel like... I kind of wish it would show what the old effect was, just so we had frame of reference, but whatever. This just makes me a bit nervous. I still don't think they're going to be worth using, but we might see them a bit more now, and they might be a bit more annoying to deal with. Especially since there's, like, no cooldown now, was the key thing. And they don't deactivate when the survivor loses a health state, meaning there's a time expiring? I don't know. It's a bit strange. Teamwork Power of 2 is the haste perk. Yeah, but they've done it to both of them. They've applied the same effect to both, essentially. So, Collective Stealth removes scratch marks and grunts of pain and stuff, and this gives haste, and now I just don't know how I feel about that. Corrective Action now has a little bit more utility, but it's still dog shit. Inner Focus, great change. Love this. Remove the range requirement, increase the UR reading time. Fantastic. Brilliant change. Nice. Love Inner Focus as it is anyway. This is just a really nice extra. Do not like this. Why are we adding an extra 50%? We're going to live forever 100% healing speed for people on ground is already pretty strong. You can combine that with other healing perks, which is going to make this ridiculous. And now, Endurance is just a 30-second cooldown? That's crazy. Okay. By all means, make the Endurance effect a cooldown, but make it 60 or something a bit more reasonable. 30 will recover pretty decent, you know, pretty... Weird part is that Buckle Up hasn't changed. Why would Buckle Up need to change? Buckle Up is fine. Buckle Up is fine as it is. It could be a bit stronger, I get that, but, like, it at least fills a niche. It at least does its own thing. Buckle Up does not come into the equation when it comes to this. Buckle Up is fine. We can leave that be. It's had its time to shine. We don't need to worry about that perk for a bit. I just don't like the fact that it no longer needs to be activated. I feel like you should either have a longer cooldown or an activation cost, because this effect has been proven to be very, very strong. Yeah. This effect has been proven to be very, very strong. Obviously, it used to be Buckle Up for the people that was the very problematic thing, but this is equally as strong. And I think the biggest issue with it is there's no counterplay to it. If a survivor is able to get in position and pick up a survivor, whatever the situation, when you're trying to slug a survivor, the idea is you're trying to apply pressure elsewhere, right? So this person with this perk comes along, picks up the survivor, and now what do you do? Do you hit the person that now has endurance for some godforsaken reason, or do you hit the person that's healthy that just picked them up? Either way, your pressure is just gone. Like, this is literally buckle up for the people. It's got the same level of no counterplay that buckle up for the people had. It's just less egregious because they might not get the pickup, but with this extra 50%, they kind of do. I don't like this. I think this is a terrible idea. I think this perk was genuinely perfectly fine as it is. Maybe needed a little buff. Maybe you can keep that. You can keep the healing speed bonus. Oh, I don't know. I don't like both of those things. Poised, sure, I guess. I don't think people are going to run it. This makes me nervous. I don't like this idea, like what they're doing here, in combination with off the record. I think off the record Blood Rush is going to become a very problematic combo. Because there's no way to know if a survivor has off the record. Plus, is the killer going to know that Blood Rush has been activated in any way? Are they going to have any form of... It no longer heals or provides the broken status effect. Meaning, the killer has no indication that Blood Rush has been activated. It's just something a survivor is going to be able to do, reclaim all their exhaustion, and not be punished for it. I don't mind it as an anti-tunnel perk, but in combination with other anti-tunnel perks, off-the-record DS Blood Rush, that's just outrageous, I think. Unless I'm misunderstanding that. This is terrible. Revert this immediately. Quick Gambit is fine. I understand what you're saying about this. You can keep the when chase sees auras of other survivors. I think that's perfectly fine. But this, map-wide 5%? That's craziness. That's craziness. Distortion, this is probably fine. This is probably the right change. This is probably okay. Lucky Star, perfectly fine. Suppress Cools of Blood, and yeah, nice. Now it's got a niche, a decent niche. I like this genetic limits change. Leverage has a nice rework. I think that it could be longer duration, considering, as I say, we'll make it as 100% for 60 seconds. I don't see why this shouldn't be perhaps stronger or last longer, but, you know. Thwack, fair change. Machine learning, sure, whatever. Deathbound, I'll have to see and understand how strong this perk is. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not overly fond of this perk in terms of its design. When a survivor is within 6 meters of a drop pallet, within 60 meters of your location, their aura is revealed. So you just leave drop pallets around the map. I mean, it could be pretty good. I might want to run it on Artist, because I tend to leave a lot of drop pallets. Drop Deadman Switch, this is a nice change. I kind of get that, that's kind of fine. Moving cooldown, good. Crowd Control, this is kind of scary. This is a good level of strength. I think this will be interesting to see. Love this change. This is a really nice Predator update. I'm interested to see that. What the fuck have you done? What is this garbaggio? I went over it in detail. I'm not going to go over it again now. What the hell? Revert this immediately. This is terrible. Remove haste. Buff hindered if you really want to. This is just terrible. What are you doing? Sure, why not? Could maybe tweak the numbers to make him a little bit less oppressive, even still, but that's fine. Fine. A bit weird. I like these two things. I like this. Okay, I like these three things. I don't quite like these two things in tandem. I like this, knowing when the cooldown is, but I find it weird that you address the tapping the power button and to prevent the hallucinations from spawning, and then make it less appealing to do so. It just feels weird to me. But yeah, that's my summary on the whole dev update, I guess. What a roller coaster.